Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Nick and I'm the CEO of Simple Spaces, and we provide fully furnished accommodations to foreign exchange students, employees, and interns. Should I stand up here? Nope, I should not stand up here. Okay, I was actually just informed that one of my customers is back there, so that's awesome. So anyways, who here, since you are all foreigners, has had less than an enjoyable experience trying to find good housing in South Korea, or have had any issue? Okay, some hands. Okay, cool. So this is a little bit about what our customers currently experience, who are mostly exchange students. So congratulations, you are moving to South Korea. That is so exciting. Now, where will you live? Will you stay at a dorm room? No, it's kind of cramped, no privacy. It's close to the campus, but not really anything else. Will you stay at an Airbnb? Well, the owner might live with me. Is he or she weird? They show the cat, do I even like cats? I don't know. Long-term options do get expensive with staying with Airbnb. It might be difficult to communicate with the host. It may not provide me with the documentation that I even need to be a student here legally. Will I go with the traditional Pudongsan, the real estate company? Well, this is vulnerable to fraud. You can only really start your search once you actually land in Korea, and no English-speaking support usually. High security deposit, usually between $5,000 to $20,000, and is often unfurnished or the furnishings are terrible. So, why is it this difficult to find good housing in Korea? Why can't you just find a place that is easy to book online before you arrive? It's fully furnished, provides native English support for all of your housing needs. It's trustworthy. What you see on the picture is what you get. It's affordable. I don't have to pay $10,000 just to be provided with the option to live here. Well, now you can. Blah, 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 blah. And that is through Simple Spaces. Simple Spaces is our company, and our product and service is we provide an easy online application to fully furnished bedrooms. The contracts are flexible, as is the pricing. You can choose which room you stay in. We have a kind of a small, medium, large sort of option. And you also have access to a community while also having the privacy of your own room. So, how are we doing? Last year, we started at the Seoul Global Startup Center with 2 houses and 7 guests per month. And a year later, so these are our houses. A year later, we are at 14 houses, 50 guests per month. We have seen 7x growth in 1 year. We've had students from all over the world, as well as business professionals and interns. We have one of our lovely members in the back, and we actually have 2 people who are running their own startups here at the Seoul Global Center. We have had extremely positive reviews. In fact, a lot of our customers come from referrals, and these are not even intentional referrals, or incentivized referrals for the most part. So, we are profitable, we're fully bootstrapped, aside from the generous seed funding that we've received from the Seoul Global Startup Center, and we are barely scratching the surface of our growth potential. As you can see here, this is a graph of the number of foreign exchange students per year. This number right here at the end is 123,000, a little over, over 123,000. And I don't know what exactly the statistic is this year, but I can say that we have 50, and that's over 123,000. So we haven't even captured 1% of the market. And the government, the Korean government, is actively trying to increase this count. So, we plan to provide more than just housing. As a result of building this community, we've learned more about what our customers need. They want more than just housing. They want certain products and services that accommodate their lifestyle. One example is prepaid SIM cards. And so this, in 2019, will become our focus as well as part of our initiatives. It's 3-part. One is expanding our housing options, introducing products and services that our customers are currently saying that they also need, as well as increasing the trust and presence of our brand within the community. How does this benefit Korea? Well, one, we're improving Korea's international presence by attracting more foreign talent. That will make Korea more innovative, bring in more professionals as well as students. And I'm there. Thank you.
We can go more into it with the Q&A. Any questions?
As for the
revenue model, introducing products and service, what kind of product service do you have in mind?
The first would be prepaid SIM cards. We've also had requests for rentals, bicycles, also services that gets into everything that a foreigner would typically want to do when they arrive in Seoul, which could involve tours, any kind of services such as translation when going to the hospital, or using services that may be more comfortable when using English translation. So what we're trying to do is we're using housing initially as a vehicle to build this community by providing a very a very valuable product up front, but we want to be all-inclusive of these products and services that would also come with being a foreigner in Korea.
We have some questions from the audience. How do you use your service in terms of Korean housing laws? Have you had issues so far?
Yes, so this was actually the biggest issue that we were experiencing in the beginning. And we did experience these issues, fortunately, by going through lawyers and a lot of time and a lot of support. Actually, at the Seoul Startup Center, we figured out how to do this legally.
Do you own the places, or do you work with apartment owners?
We work with apartment owners.
Why would they go under this business model rather than going to
You mean the landlords? That's a good question. So what we provide, which I wasn't able to communicate in this presentation, it's partially a service to the tenants, to the foreigners. The other side of the service is providing a value to the landlords, which is guaranteeing that they're paid rent every month on time, every month, regardless of if they have, if we do not fill those spots. Secondly, any repair requests are not met with the tenant, the English-speaking tenant, trying to communicate this to the landlord. They get to speak with us directly with our native Korean support. And third is that we educate all of our tenants on how to properly maintain the apartments. So our landlords have actually been really happy with just how we've maintained the apartment. They don't have to go directly through a foreigner in terms of resolving issues, and that they're always paid.
Any other questions?
It was actually one of the questions up there. There's a service called Stays, and you probably know the service. It's a similar service used by many international students. What would be, how would you compete against that company?
Yeah, so I want to say it's probably no secret that really with enough capital, anybody can start a shared house company. And so what we're really trying to do right now is to remove ourselves as being seen as just a commodity, as just another rental property, and that it comes into play with providing the inclusive additional products and services.
All right, thank you. Simple Spaces.